Hey guys, so week 3 is done and it was a great week. I added in the gym, I added a focus on weight training, which is my least favorite part, but it's also I find really challenging and fun, and it pushes me in a different way. So adding that in was great. Like I said last week, the topic of this video is going to be on what I do besides the protein shakes in terms of my diet. And I'm actually about to wean myself off of the protein shakes. I like to keep a variety in what I eat, and getting back to as normal of a diet as possible really keeps the results that I'm getting, closer to real life. So exactly what do I do to keep my diet healthy and still exciting? The first step is where I shop. And where I shop for food is when I'm in Florida, I only shop at Publix or Whole Foods. And even restricting that even further, when I go to Publix, I stick to the GreenWise sections, which is where they have their organic foods and their healthier food options. And what shopping in these stores and in the sections of these stores really does is it keeps you focused on the healthier options, but it also highlights that there are so many options. I think people equate organic food with nasty cardboard tasting things, and over the years, I've found that that's really just the opposite. Organic foods taste so much better. They are more expensive, but they just taste so much better, and your body reacts so much better to it. And so I think what you'll find by restricting to just organic food markets or organic sections within grocery stores is that you still have such a wide variety of options, and anywhere from chips, cookies in your snack aisle to hormone-free grass-fed meats in your meat aisle, and then your organic fruits and vegetables in your produce sections. You're really just going to be surprised, I think, by how many options you have. So that's step one, is really being mindful about where I'm shopping. Step two is portion control. No matter what I'm eating, portion control, I think portion size is the biggest thing for me to pay attention to. So a big trick that my parents actually started using when we were growing up is we have big plates, but for dinners and for lunches, my parents were using small plates like saucers, or my dad will sometimes, depending on what we're eating, even use a bowl. And what that just does is you can't fit more food on these plates, and so it really limits the portion size. This really kind of showed me when I started using this full time, the switching to the smaller plate, that my body was full a lot sooner than I thought it was, and I was kind of just eating because it was there. And so I think switching to this will help you have this kind of, click in your mentality about just how much food you actually need. So portion control, that's one method for doing that. When I eat out, I sometimes, use this method as well, in terms of when the food comes, you can order your food and then also order a to-go plate at the same time, and literally put half of the food in the to-go plate before you start eating. And I don't remember where I heard that method from, but it really does work. Especially if you know you're going to a place that has really big portions. And another method for eating out and controlling portion size that I've learned, again, from my parents, is appetizers only. So if you order a couple appetizers, their portion sizes are usually smaller than the entree sizes anyway, and you can just order a few. So that's also a good tip, and I use that sometimes, especially if I'm like having a late night dinner or something like that. And the final thing is to really figure out what my cravings are. So when I'm craving ice cream or candy or chocolate or donuts, right, or baked, cupcakes, that craving for, is not a craving for a specific food, but for a taste, like sweetness or something sour or something salty. And there's a healthier option to satisfy that craving. Instead of you know, when I'm craving ice cream or something, reaching for that, or a cookie or something, I reach for a fruit instead. And the sweetness from that fruit satisfies that craving. Sometimes, you know, you just want it. Ice cream, I love ice cream. And so there's a ton of options for that as well, which is like brands like Skinny Cow. They offer, you know, candy bars and ice creams and things like that that are pre-packaged so that the portion sizes are smaller and also made from better products so that you're not getting as much of the processed stuff as well. So there are these options. You just have to know where to look for them. Those are my big 3 tips this week in terms of helping to keep your diet healthy and exciting. A lot of times when people talk about dieting, they automatically go to all of the can'ts. And for me, I try to switch that and think about what can I have. And so putting in these things, I can still enjoy a lot of the same foods and the same types of things that I like. I hope you found this helpful. I know a lot of these were common sense. I think the biggest tip of all is that you have to really be hands-on with your diet. I was not a big cooker. I did not love to be in the kitchen at all. But once I started to make this change, I realized that I really needed to be more hands-on in terms of cooking my own meals and prepping my own meals. So have fun in the kitchen, test things out, you know, try new vegetables, try new meats, and see what happens. And you might be really surprised by what you're able to come up with. So if you've either created a great recipe or found a great recipe, I'd love to hear about it. Leave it below here or in the comment section on the blog. Next week's video, I am taking you in the gym with me. I've been waiting to do this video. I just needed to have a buddy to help me film it, and luckily I have a great friend coming into town and she has offered to help me. So next week's video, I'm gonna take you into the gym and show you what a typical routine looks for me. Please check back for that. Again, leave comments, questions. If there's anything else you'd like to see a video on, I've only got 2 more weeks or 2.5 more weeks in Florida. So if you have anything you really want to see in the last 2 videos after the workout, the gym one, please let me know. And as always, stay motivated and enjoy the journey. Bye.